Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Hoeology Podcast. I am so excited because today's episode I have a very special guest with me. It's been a minute, actually, since I've had a guest on Hoeology, at least since I brought it back. But I am very excited. We're going to get into some realness that I have been feeling, he has been feeling. Shit, I feel like a whole bunch of people have been feeling this or can relate to it. And it is all about, well, I should say, the episode is all about relocating, finding new dick, finding a new boo, bae, fuck buddy, whatever you want to call it. So I'm joined by Tay from PuppyLuvPodcast. So I'm going to ask you a couple questions after I let you introduce yourself, just so that my listeners can kind of get to know you from the Hoeology side. Okay?
All right.
So tell us your name and a little bit about you.
So my name is Marte, but I just go by Tay. I am one half of the Puppy Love show. As Destiny previously mentioned, I just moved down here to Tampa from Ohio. I'm working on my master's right now. I'm looking to apply for my doctorate in
big money.
I'm looking to apply in the fall for that. So finishing up everything with my master's right now, and then looking to continue school even longer. Unfortunately, that's what it takes to get where I want to be. So I'm 26 years old, single, tall, dark, and handsome.
Okay. Wait. Let me go ahead and ask you these questions before you get any further, because they're kind of similar to what you're saying. So you said you just moved from Ohio to Tampa, right?
Correct.
And you moved for work, school, a girl?
I completely moved for school.
Okay. And your current relationship status is single, right?
Correct.
Are you single, or are you one of those dudes that's talking to girls and just be like, I'm just chilling?
Nah, I'm single. I didn't have any situation set up before I got here, so I'm single.
Oh my. All right. And what do you consider to be your sexual orientation, or what do you identify as?
I would say that I identify as heterosexual, male.
Okay. All right. Vagina only. That's cool. Okay. So let's get straight into the hoeology side of things, which is talking about sex. So before you moved, so I'm assuming you have not had sex since you've been in Tampa.
Nah, I haven't been able to give anybody
secure
love
the
strokes.
bag. Secure the box, I should say. That's cool. Okay, so before you moved, how often did you have sex?
Well, I had a couple different situations going on at once, so I would say a couple times a week.
Oh, so you was out here in these streets. I support it.
I was just spreading the love.
Oh my God. I've never heard that before.
I was spreading the love.
You're hilarious. Okay. So you said you had a couple things going on. How did they take it when they found out that you were leaving?
So this is where some of y'all gonna think I ain't shit. I kind of waited until the last minute to tell them because I didn't want to deal with the emotional baggage of it all, of telling them, hey, like I'm leaving, and them breaking down and crying. So when they found out that I was leaving, it was like, hey, I'm getting ready to leave in like 2 days.
2 days notice?
Yeah, they got a 48-hour notice.
Did you like just copy and paste the text that you sent each of them?
No, I met them in person for sure. So.
Oh wow, I would have smacked the shit out of you, honestly.
But I mean, they respected the reason for me leaving. They just didn't respect how I left.
I mean, no, I still can't get with that, but that's okay. It's not for me. It's for you. So okay, you had your situations going on. That's cool. Boom, you move. Have you been on any like dating apps or anything? Like, I feel like since I've moved, Well, I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'm gonna get into my own. But go ahead. Have you been on any dating apps?
So yeah, when I first got down here to Tampa, I made sure my Tinder was popping. I made sure my Hinge was popping. My Bumble was popping, and I've actually
Damn,
been
you're
on a
on all of
couple.
them.
Yeah, I've been on a couple dates since I've been here actually, and yeah, we'll get into them later. But go ahead with
Okay.
your story.
Okay, so my Hoeology listeners don't know, but I just actually moved from Tampa to Dallas. So literally, like, Tay got to Tampa, and then I moved to Dallas. But
We just missed each
before
other.
we literally did. But before I moved to Dallas, I was talking to this guy. I really fuck with him. Like, he's, if I could paint a picture of like my husband, it would be like my dream husband, I should say. It would be him. Like, he's so sweet. He's so nice. Like, he does everything that I want a guy to do for me. But we had like an agreement, kind of like, I'm leaving in 3 weeks, and he's like, yeah, I know. So I was like, okay, you can be my 3 week bae. And then the 3 week mark came when it was like the night before I was gonna leave, and then I literally, like, I was with him, and then it was just kind of like up in the air, like, what are we doing, kind of thing. So,
Hmm.
and I guess we both just realized that we liked each other too much to just let it end. So I actually did go back and see him even after I moved. But then it just kind of like fizzled out, just because distance is like really fucking hard. So, but you guys know my relationship status is single, obviously, if that didn't work out. And my sexual orientation is I am straight, a cisgendered woman, as they say, heterosexual. I just appreciate women. That's it. And typically, I'd say I have sex um as much. Well, I would say maybe like 2 or 3 times a week. And since I've moved, I never ever use dating apps. I've just had the worst luck. The last time I used a dating app was Tinder, and the guy that I met, like, because I would not sleep with him that night, like, I didn't feel comfortable with him, so of course I wasn't about to throw it open for you. And because I wouldn't sleep with him, he threw his Chipotle at me. Like, he took the top off of the Chipotle and threw it at me.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. And I literally, it's like a scary movie. I
Wow.
got out of his car and I ran. We were like in like a Walmart parking lot. I had told him to pull over. And I ran inside the Walmart and locked myself in the bathroom until he left. And then I called an Uber to like take myself to my car. It
Wow,
was
he was
wild.
crazy.
Yeah, no, it was wild. But anyway, let's get back into moving and dating and blah, blah, blah. So, what do you think has been like the hardest part of transitioning from Ohio to Tampa?
I would say the most difficult part for me so far has been just having to build a whole new entire social circle, make new
Mm-hmm.
friends. Um, I moved down here to Tampa and I didn't know absolutely anybody. So it's almost like starting your whole life over again, it felt like. So that's been the hardest part for me so far.
Yeah, I definitely have experienced that. So originally I'm from St. Louis. I moved from St. Louis to Florida. I lived in Orlando, from Orlando to Tampa, from Tampa now to Dallas, and I'm already planning my move back to Florida. But I think that has been hard for me too, moving here. I have one friend here, and we've actually gotten super close since I lived here because he's from Florida too. Like, we went to middle school together, and we know all the same people. So that's kind of been like weird, and it's just like a different vibe, like, I feel like Tampa's a very cultured vibe and Dallas is a very uppity white vibe. Like, we can't even find any black brunch places here. It's so like whitewashed. So that's been like super hard for me.
That's something I noticed that y'all do here in Florida is brunch. We never did that back home. So
Yeah, well, Ohio's Midwestern too, just like Missouri, like St. Louis. Like, they don't do that in St. Louis. Like, we have brunch spots there, but it's not up and popping like it is in Tampa. So, at your job, are you guys 100% remote?
I'm actually working in office. So we have a socially distanced office space. So I'm working in person.
Oh, okay. Is there like a huge age gap between you and your coworkers?
So I'm in an office where there is just two of us,
Oh
me and my
God.
me and my boss. and she is 34 and I'm 26, so not a huge age gap at all.
No, that's not bad. I mean, usually at work, like when I worked at the hospital in Tampa, there was a whole bunch of us that were young. So, like we could all fuck around with each other, not fuck each other. Like we could all like go out with each other and just like have fun together. Like we had that age group together. So in my job now though, everyone is minimum, I'm going to say 40. Like I am the youngest one
Oh
at my
wow.
office right now because like they have grandkids my age, seriously. So
Oh
that's
wow.
been just
I
like
feel like that
hard.
it makes it definitely harder for you to be able to make that connection with people who are like going through your daily like activities at work with you,
Yeah.
so you
Cuz
can't like hang
even
out with them
like
outside of it.
even if I wanted to like go out with them, like cuz you can go out with your coworkers and then maybe they know someone and then you can meet a friend through them and then boom, now you have like, your new friend or your new fuck
Yeah.
buddy. Like you can't when they're 50 and 40. Like you just can't. Like are you going to hook me up
I
with your
mean, I
grandson?
mean,
Like
hey, just cause it's snow on the roof don't mean there's no fire burning inside.
what the hell kind of saying is that? I'm
It's
dead.
for older people, like they still horny.
Yeah. I mean, so like I guess I don't know. It just feels so lonely sometimes. Like I don't want to always go out with my one friend that I do have here. Like sometimes I just want to be like booed up or like laid up.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that with moving during this whole pandemic, that has made it even 10 times harder because the people that I have met down here, it's like, all right, do you want to like go out and meet in person, or are they trying to do some like meet on Skype or FaceTime type of date, or
Oh, like
when
a
we do go
virtual
out,
date?
or yeah, like
What the
people
hell?
people people trying to do virtual dates and go out wearing a mask, and that's not how I communicate, that's not how I build relationships. So it's like
Yeah.
you can't even get physical with people, so it's like I don't know,
Yeah,
it's
it's
all
like
been
awkward
new.
too.
Yeah.
But then it's like you don't want to be like, well, you can come over because it's just, like just us two. Because then that's kind of like too forward, you
Yeah, and
know?
I'm also trying to set up my room the way I want it, so it has like that ambiance and that oasis.
You are too much. Okay.
I'm in the process of redecorating, so yeah, everything
Okay.
under construction right now.
Sign it up for the ladies. And that's a good point too, actually, because so you live alone, right? You don't have a roommate or anything.
I have other housemates. They're my two brothers. They moved here with me, but I mean, I barely see them, which is kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay, so like when I moved to Dallas, I moved back with my mom. Like my mom lives here. So I haven't lived
Hmm.
with her since I was 17. So like you can imagine like I just while I don't have any niggas here per se, like it's just weird not having that like privacy because if I did want to bring a nigga home, like it's my mother's house and she's a black mother at that. Like that shit ain't going down.
She ain't
So
going
it's
for that.
like and I
That's not
wouldn't go for
happening.
that for my kids, but still like, it's just awkward to like and so I have an apartment now. I just signed the lease for it, but I don't move until December. So I'm like, I don't know. It's hard. Moving and dating is hard. Moving and having sex is hard. You don't know these people, like, and then the people you
Yeah,
do meet, like,
yeah.
it's kind of like, is it okay to fuck them because they're my friend's friend? Like, and I don't want to mess something up. I just got here. It's a lot.
And what I've learned, people's personalities are different and their experiences are different than what I'm used to. So now I'm trying to adjust to new ideologies and new ways of thinking and people with new experiences. Like back home, like I had my little rotation, I had my little team, and I like understood everybody. But now you have to get to know somebody, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And that's the one thing honestly I hate about dating anywhere. Even making friends. Like I hate having to tell people like my whole history, my whole life story. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I am too old to be doing that. I just don't have the energy for it. So I'm like, fuck, now I'm gonna have to like backtrack or some shit. I'm gonna have to like convince one of my Tampa niggas to come live out in Dallas.
And then something else I've noticed is like, I'm gonna just be real, I'm nasty, so like how do you just come out and tell somebody new, like, look, this is what I'm into, this is what I like.
Okay,
and
wait, like what
they
do
looking
you
at
like?
you like,
we want to know.
All right, so I'm gonna put y'all on to some stuff real quick.
Ooh, put us on.
I'll spit my girl's mouth, like,
oh my god, that's so elementary.
Look, listen. So I'm spitting in mouths. I'm using a thumb in the ass. I'm tying up like to the bed, blindfold, pulling out the whip and all that. Like I'm on a whole different level. And
are you? I'm just kidding. I do those things. I like those things, but I feel like
but with somebody new, how do you get them if you don't know their history? And I mean, that's obviously getting to know them and everything, but like the people I've been with, they know that about me, so it's just straight to it.
Mhm. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like that just takes too much time, and then you're not.
Building that comfortability. Yeah. You got to build that comfort up with this person and that trust.
Yeah, cause I'm not about to let no random nigga spit in my mouth. No, like first of all, I like to fuck raw, so like, no.
Facts.
Like I gotta build up that with you first, and then I gotta build to that. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'd rather just use my vibrator, call it a fucking day. That's it. Or fly out. I will take a flight in a fucking second.
And that's the thing, like with new people, I'm very like health conscious, so I'm like, man, I gotta see your test results. Like I'm not trying to take a risk with somebody I don't know. So I need to see some type of test results. I need to know that everything is good because, as you just said, I ain't trying to use no condoms. Like, that's foreign language.
Not foreign language. First of all, let me just say, on Hoeology, we do encourage safe sex, but we're also very realistic about sex. So, anywho, But
ain't nobody trying to fuck with no condom.
Nobody's fucking with condoms. Bitches be lying. Like, I'm like, so you suck dick with a condom too? Oh, okay. I didn't think so. It's the same shit.
I never got that. I never got that. Like, I was talking to my homeboy. He was like, yeah, I use condoms. I'm like, but when you eat them out, like, you're not using no condoms.
Exactly.
So why you want to put one on now? You done already swallowed it.
Thank you. Niggas are dumb. Like, bitches are dumb too. Like, okay, but that's fine. But it's cool. I mean, so you said you've gone on a couple dates so far. Nothing successful though, as far as like what you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, they were good dates. I mean, nice meeting you type of dates. It was it was nice meeting you, but I could tell like my lifestyle and our schedules and what we're looking for. People be on these dating apps looking for like a full-blown relationship, and I'm just like,
oh my god, I'm so glad you said that.
This the wrong place. This the wrong place to look for that.
I had a friend, well, she's not my friend anymore, but she used to use dating apps all the time. Like, oh my god, she would be on like Tinder, Hinge, all that, Bumble, Plenty of Fish, like you name it, she was on it. And I'm just like, girl, she wanted like a husband. And I'm like, dating apps are known for hookups. It's the quickest way. Like, ain't nobody on there trying to marry you. That's just like a fact. Like, I feel like that's common sense, right?
Yeah, I don't get it, but I mean, all power to them. Maybe they'll find somebody who's on the same page as them.
Perhaps. But I don't know. So I guess we really don't have any tips because neither of us has been successful so far. But keep hope alive. And
Actually, I do got some tips. I got some
you have
tips.
tips. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I would say what has, like, more recently, what has been helpful for me is start to, like, host things at your place. So, I mean, I guess for you, until you get your own, until you move out of your mom's spot into your new spot,
Mm-hmm.
I started hosting, like, pre-games and dinner parties and stuff like that at my place. And it's been a way for people to, like, hey, I'm like, bring a couple of your friends and then just have a couple of different groups of people all show up at once. And I
That's
like
actually a good
cooking,
idea.
so yeah, I like cooking for everybody. So I'll end up cooking and usually have some liquor for everybody, some wine. And it's been like a great way for me to, like, kind of speed up the process of getting to know more people.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. And I've noticed too. I guess I do have a tip. Is that if you have friends that live where you live, like where you're going, maybe like try to hook up with them or like hang out with them. A couple of my friends have from Tampa have friends in Dallas. They're like, oh, you should hang out with this person or you should meet up with this person. Mind you, I haven't because I don't really like people and I'm kind of like not mean. I just don't fuck with a lot of people, so I don't really like giving my energy away. But hey, you guys should try it because don't be like me. So that's actually good.
I got
though,
a question
hosting
for you.
things. Okay.
I got a question for you. What has been, since moving to your new city, what has been your biggest turnoff in the people that maybe you have met?
They're very sedity and bougie, and not in
Okay.
like a relatable bougie kind of way. Like I legitimately think that I am 10 billion times better than you because I live in Dallas. Like that's how it comes across at least. Like everybody here is so fucking bougie and stuck up, and I'm like, y'all gotta relax. I wear flip flops all the time.
Oh,
Here they're
wow.
like in red bottoms all the time. Like, and that's fine. Like if that's you, but that's just not me. So I can't get with it.
You got more of that, like a more relaxed type of style?
Yeah, like I'm very down to earth. Like very relaxed, very chill. Like I'm a kickback person, not a club person. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
So yeah, that's just been. I don't know. Dallas just is not a good fit for me overall. I don't plan on staying long, but that's another story for another day. So.
Okay.
Anywho, I would like to
To
say
be
thank you.
continued.
Yes, I would like to say thank you for coming on and being my guest. And if you guys haven't heard, I was actually featured on Puppy Love. I was on the episode about what you wish you knew going into college. I actually just listened to our episode like a week ago on my way to work, and it was actually
Hmm.
really, really informative. Like we had a lot of good information.
Yeah, we got to
So
have you back on there for sure.
yes, make sure you guys listen to Puppy Love Podcast. They are on Apple, Spotify. Are you guys on iHeart?
I believe we are. I believe we
Probably,
are. We're on
probably.
all kinds of stuff. Just type in "puppy love" the show. The love part is spelled LUV. You'll find us.
Exactly. And I will of course put everything in the description box. So stay tuned and I will see you guys soon.